All right. Hey, if you live good, work hard, be true to yourself, every once in a while you'll find yourself gone fishing. It's probably been 4 or 5 weeks since I've been fishing. I think I'm going to head back over to Celina Lake. Been working pretty hard, doing a lot of things for my mom and dad at the cabin. Had a few water leaks start up. Took a while, had to cut holes in the wall. Finally I found them. I think it's under control. Cabin's still pretty tore up inside, but you know what? If that ever happens to you, what you got to do is just remember to surgically take things apart. That way when it's time to put it all back together, it's not so bad. The Selvin all ready to go. The Selvin was very happy for me to untarp it. It's been a while since the Selvin's been out. Hey, I've got a shout out to something that if you don't have one, you might think about this. This right here is a Napa Auto Parts, Carlisle Tools. It's a battery charger. Tell you what, it's been a pretty nice one. You can put it on there. It tells you what your battery's at. It shows you how the battery charges up. It's a smart charger, so it'll turn off. Pretty nice deal. I really like it a lot. I've got my battery up front, got the batteries in the back. Everything's ready to go. I'm pretty excited about it. Get out there and see if I can't catch a few of those big Indiana bass, Celina Lake. Jazz, you doing all right, girlie? Huh? Hey, you doing all right? All right. Never did get Jazz on the boat. Never did get Sammy on the boat. Yeah, I don't know. Just too rowdy. Anyways, good dogs. Gonna go ahead and take them camping this fall. They love to camp, no doubt. So I think I'll go ahead and leave tomorrow about 5:30 in the morning. Always want to check the oil in the Jeep Liberty, the 2005 Jeep Liberty. Jeep Liberty has got a pretty strong engine in it. It's got the 3.7 V6. Plenty of power to pull the Selvin. It is 4:30 in the morning. The Selvin's all ready to go. I'm going to get out there and see if we can't hunt a few bass today. It's been a while. And as fishermen, we all know this. You wake up in the morning, you open your eyes, and you think, oh man, it's only 4 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I'll sleep a little bit longer, but as soon as you swing the legs out, stand up, get going, you're ready to go. Gone fishing. That lonesome highway calls all truckers. Come on, boys and girls. Let's go out and play. Everybody wants to be a pro fisherman. They all want to be at the top of the bar. What they don't realize is they are forgetting how to even figure out where those fish are. Because they're addicted to their sonar. Road ends in water, washing once again, Celina Lake.
A couple of people's asked me if I want to sell the boat. That's been years ago, but I think that's probably what is after the motor.
Yeah, that's nice. That is a classic.
Saying that.
Oh yeah, that's a classic right there. That's a bass slaying machine right there. And that's a Blue Star. Blue Star. Wonder who made Blue Star.
I don't know.
These quick disconnects are really nice. I've got one for the front battery, and then for some reason if I ran out of juice, I just hook it up to the battery in the back. Only takes a few seconds, works pretty good. So that was pretty interesting meeting Don. True fisherman, you can tell. That motor is a he thought it was a 1959 Evinrude. Fishing machine for sure. All right, I think that's it. Let's get out on the water. All right, that was another successful launch of the Selvin. I'm going to get out there and catch some fish. That's my 3rd year now with the Selvin. We get along pretty good. Good morning, Rick and Ball House. How are you? Classical Southern Indiana fishing. Oh yeah. Don's going after the big bass today. Good luck. All right, the Selvin's launched, ready to go. Saying, come on, Mr. Lawrence. Let's get out there and catch some big bass today. Okay, it's getting to be mid-October. Fishing season is kind of coming to an end here shortly. Man, you can see the sun. It's going to be a beautiful day. Going to get up into the 80s. Right now it's in the 50s with the fog. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's get out there and catch some big bass. You know, it's so nice to be out here, away from the politics, away from the news, away from your day-to-day duties, and just come out here and relax. Pretty awesome. Fishing. Fishing's more about than just catching fish. I guarantee you that. So far, I've seen 2 fishermen out here, myself and Don. That's been it. It's a Friday and it's beautiful. All right. So good to be back at my fishing academy. Man. Celina Lake, Hoosier National Forest. Beautiful. Here it is fall. You see a little bit of change in the colors. Not much yet. It's a-coming. Fall doesn't last long. If you get a chance, get on out there. Fish, hike, camp. Man, you name it. Hunting season's here. Wow. My favorite time of year, for sure. All right. We're going to go ahead and scoot on over to the other side of the lake. I'm going to go to one of my favorite fishing spots. Anchor there, get all my cameras set up. See if we can't do some good. Glad you came along. Gone fishing. Come out here and find the first spot I'm going to fish, and then throw an anchor and just kind of just sit here and get all my camera equipment all set up, ready to go. I think it just settles everything down. If the fish did hear the trolling motor come up, eventually, it gets quiet and they don't really hear a lot going on. So I don't think they're spooked near as bad compared to when you come trolling up, on a spot, and they definitely hear that motor coming up, and then you start throwing a line in right away. Well, they're probably figuring out, probably not something to eat, something that's going to hook me. Yeah, I've got a video that I did not long ago. I went to the Blue River. Boy, that was exciting. I love doing that again on my canoe, Solo Plus Winona canoe. That was so much fun. But I tell you, things like this, trying to rig up, to have my dash cam sit on top of this. I'd like to run, a lot of times I'll run at least 3 cameras. Sometimes I've got 4 cameras. On the video that I did on the eclipse, when the eclipse came through, I think I had 5 cameras rolling, if I count my phone. Which my phone is a Ultra 24, Samsung Ultra 24. Man, I tell you what, it has got one heck of a camera on it. It's competing with, some of your point and shoot cameras for sure. This is how I keep my dash cam in a sock hat. Pretty good protection when it's in your camera bag. Keeps the lenses and stuff from getting scratched up. But also, hello buddy. Oh, 2 of them talking, that's pretty cool. Yeah, but it kind of keeps it all protected, and it keeps the lens and stuff protected, and I always have a spare sock hat. When it gets cold, a sock hat is like an extra jacket in the wilderness. Always want to have a sock hat with you. Hey, if you got 2 of them, even better. Yeah, when you set equipment up like this, when you're traveling, like today, when I get done, I'll head back to the cabin. So you have to disassemble everything each time. Be pretty nice if you didn't have to, but just the way it goes. I've kind of got used to bringing my Rockpal 300 along. This is what I'm actually going to use to power up the dash cam. And then if I have any batteries that go low, if I want to recharge them, I usually have extra batteries, but if I want to recharge them, I'll use the Rockpal. Pretty nice system. I really like it. It lasts quite a while. When it's on 100%, I can be out here and run the dash cam all day long, and it takes maybe 10% at the most. And the application I'm going to use with my dash cam is it just comes with the cigarette lighter right here, and it's got a port, and we'll just basically open it up, plug it in. Sometimes it'll time out. If it's not being used, it'll time out. So now it's on, So now I'll hit this button right here and I'm ready to go. So now I'm powered up. It's got a where you can plug into it like a regular wall socket, USB port and a USB-C port, I think is what it's called, right here, all in a row. For instance, if I come out here today, I don't catch anything, well, you know, a lot of times I still come back with a pretty good video. You know, a visual video of what it's like to be out on the lake on a day like today. You know, to us country folk that are out here in this area, southern Indiana, just saw a fish jump right over here. You know, it doesn't seem like, oh, well, I see that every day, you know, the beauty of it all. But, you know, you take somebody like locked up in New York City, the concrete jungle, you know, anything like that, you know, they're pretty amazed to think that there's areas like this that you can just come out here, you be all by yourself like this and just have fun. One of the main reasons why I like a dash cam is because it records continuously, and it'll record probably up to 2 or 3 hours, and then what happens is at the end of that, then it starts recording over the top of what it started recording. You know, let's say I catch a fish, if that's the word, if I catch a fish, you know, I'll hit a little button and then it locks that 60 seconds in right there. That way you don't lose it. So when a dash cam gets to the end of the recording session, it'll come back and it'll start recording again, but it won't record the ones that I've pushed a button on because now that file is protected. I don't know if you just heard my phone just bloop like that right there. Every once in a while out here on the water, like at Celina Lake, you'll get, there it is again. So I must have just a little bit of service floating through here, but say it's a text and I tried to answer it. Chances are I wouldn't be able to because the service just comes and just drops it. Okay, so this is my new Pfluger Presidential spinning rod. The Lew's ultralight spinning reel I have is probably a little better quality. The nice thing about this one right here is I found it on sale for half price. So that was pretty cool. So I went ahead and grabbed it. We'll take this blue sapphire right here. This is a ultra speed crawl blue sapphire. I've got my Lew's already rigged up with a green pumpkin. How I'm going to rig this guy up is I just go right through the middle of the nose, push in probably 1/4 to 3/8, turn it, bring it out, just like that. Go ahead and run the bait all the way up to the eye hook, and then I go ahead and push it, the eye hook on inside. Here I think is the key, is I'll turn it like this, and I'll get the hook so it kind of holds in there nice and straight, and then I'll barely pinch him. I just barely stick that barb in the side, not through the middle, but in the side. Now I got that from Randy Blockett, professional fisherman, on the YouTube channel Intuitive Angling. I got that tip from him, and what he is saying that when you stick it through the middle, when that fish comes up and bites it, that's a lot of plastic it's got to bite through, and maybe the hook will get on it, but if it decides to get off of it, you're not really hooked that well. When you're on the side and he bites it, see, that hook will come out pretty easy and it gets him hooked. Now, having said that, I missed 50% of my fish. I mean, today, I don't know what today will bring, but whatever number I get in the boat, I'll have missed at least twice that many. It just happens. I don't know. Talking to my fishing buddy Charlie Larry, he was saying it happens to him too. You know, it's one of those deals that you know, those fish, especially the bass are real good at doing that spin. They just spin right at the very last, and man, they can throw that hook on you every time. Go ahead and put my net up. I'm not good about this, you know, thinking about the net, but boy, I tell you what, if I ever hook one of them great big ones, I'm going to need that net to get it in the selvin for sure. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to throw my first cast in and see if we can't do any good. Ah, feels good to throw that first line in. All right, let's do a fishing report. Let's see if I can get the time here. It is now 9:48. 9:48, and it has been extremely slow. I mean, by this time, you know, I've probably fished about an hour, hour and a half, literally fished. You know, it took a while to get my cameras all set up. But man, oh man, this is kind of slow. I mean, I can honestly say I've really haven't had much of even a bite. Very slow start to this fishing trip. You know, I never really do that good in the morning anyways. You know, at least I usually have some bites by now. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but that's the fishing report. You know, when you come out and you do fishing like this, boy, there's all kind of lessons to be learned. One of them is I bought that new Fluger Presidential combo. Normally 110, 120, something, 130, somewhere around in there. I got it for half price. I thought, oh, that'd be nice. Man, what a difference between that and my Lew's. The Lew's Ultralight and the black speed stick. Wow. That black speed stick was amazing because every time, every effort you put into it to pull back, it was pulling back. I mean, it was, you know, it just seems like you could almost look at it where appliances and stuff are energy efficient. The rod I got from Lew's, that black speed stick, man, such a difference. This Fluger, I can tell when I pull up, it's like, I don't know. It's like wastes a lot of energy somehow. Yeah, the Fluger is just wasting so much energy. Whenever I pull it up, I can tell it pulls and it bends down. And you know, I got braided line with fluorocarbon leader on it, so I don't think it's the line. It's just the rod just doesn't respond the same as like that Lew's that I have. Okay, so it's almost 10 o'clock. No fish in the boat. No bites actually, but I'm gonna stay after it. I know one thing. It's gotten really hot out here, super fast. You can see the water is about as calm as you can get. So it is really almost feels like a dog day of summer out here. And here it is, fall has started, the middle of October. I noticed the weeds, even since the last time I came, the weeds have even gotten worse. So it's got pretty difficult to cast out and not bring in a weed almost every time. It is what it is. But I'm trying to work my way out of this sun. But that's going to be difficult today. Not a cloud in the sky, so I'm out here. That's why the Bimini top, man, the Bimini top is worth so much. I can't imagine being out here without it. I probably wouldn't be out here. I would just be too worried about my skin just getting smoked by that sun. And you know, I've already had some problems, and they've cut some things out of my back, and I just don't want that happening on my face and my hands. Hands are real important, fishermen. You know, if you know that, hands, boy, I tell you what, they get exposed. They're almost exposed. I notice a lot of fishermen are wearing real lightweight gloves, and they wear those bandana things, and I think that's for sun protection, I believe, to keep their face out of the sun from burning them up all the way around. Yes. All right, we got a fish in the boat. Fish in the boat. Literally a fish bouncing around in the boat. All right. Let's put the rod up. Let's see what we got. Nice little bass. Nice little bass. Hello, buddy. Hello, bud. Come here. There we go. Nice little bass right there. All right. Got a couple big hits against these rocks here, and finally was able to land one. Yeah, that was probably, I would say that was probably 4 or 5 of them hooked within the last 30, 45 minutes, and finally landed one. All right, buddy. I appreciate that. You're a nice looking little fish there. Okay. He's got a couple holes in his, oh yeah, he's got about 3 or 4 holes in his lips here. So he's been caught before. He's just a hungry boy, ain't you? Not enough to eat, huh? Okay, there we go. Fish in the boat. Always a good sign. Didn't get skunked. Okay, see you later, buddy. I got a feeling some of those I had hooked were about that size. But that's good. Wind's starting to pick up, which kind of has cooled things off just a little bit. Man, it was getting super hot for a while there. All right, I'd say probably close to 11 o'clock. Let me check that and make sure. 10:55. All right, 10:55. One fish in a boat. Hey, we've got about 4 or 5 more hours to do some good. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you can see in about the last 30 minutes, the wind has really picked up. And that's pretty normal for Celina Lake. North, south, east, or west, it seems like there's always a wind blowing. That's what was kind of odd this morning about no wind at all. But here it comes, filling in pretty good. Well, there it is, Alligator Rock, famous. You know, I'm trying 3 different colors. Usual standby green pumpkin. I'm trying the blue chartreuse. And I'm trying a June bug, which Charlie Larry, when I went out with Charlie Larry that time. I got a good video on that. Me and him came here and went fishing. He did good. I did good. It was a great day of fishing. He used a June bug, and he caught a lot on a June bug. June bug color, that is. So I've got some of those along too. But so far, the only thing that's got any hits have been the green pumpkin. In the last hour, it seemed like the fish started to bite. Now maybe I just got into them. I don't know. Consistently for me, I don't catch fish early in the morning. I don't know why. It's just kind of an odd thing, I guess. When you've missed 3 or 4 like that, when you catch one, I tell you what, it's nerve-wracking because you're thinking, man, this is going to get off too. I know it's going to get off. That's a good thing. So I'm going to continue to throw the green pumpkin and see what happens. Fish in the boat. Here's a pretty interesting observation here. You know, the guy I follow, Randy Blockett on YouTube, he talks a lot about wind is your friend. That, you know, if it's a windy day, you know, most people don't like to fish in the wind because it's blowing their boat around. They got to anchor and it's just hard to maneuver and stuff. But the thing is wind creates camouflage for your boat. So the wind picked up probably about an hour ago. Here comes a pretty big gust coming right here, right now. And all of a sudden the fish start biting. So coincidence? I don't know. Seems to be working pretty good. Anyways, here comes that gust right now. Hopefully you can hear me. That's one thing I got to remember is when the wind picks up, I got to talk louder. Because I've lost a lot of audio right here with this wind blowing through right now. I've lost a lot of audio because I don't talk loud enough. See, it's taking us right into the wind right now. You can see that wind gust. That's a pretty good sized wind gust just came through. It's probably going to start doing that. If it does it around noon, it usually starts picking up pretty good in the afternoon. All right, we got fish number 2 in the boat. Fish number 2 looking pretty good. Pretty good. I think he's a little bit bigger than that last one. I'm saying these guys are probably a 2.5 pounder maybe. I don't know. Nice fish. Very, very nice fish. See if I can get here out of the light here. There he is. Boy, got those stripes down there. Looks good. Okay, buddy. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And you have a real good day. All right. See you later. Got thrown in the weeds again. Always happens on windy days. You catch a fish and you get slammed right into the weeds. Okay, fishing report. It is 1:30 and I have 2 fish in the boat. 2 fish in the boat. Here the last probably 30-45 minutes has gotten slow. Still got a couple bites coming around this bend right here. I'll probably finish up this afternoon working this west side and work a little bit of the east side and then call it a day. So it's been a pretty good day of fishing. Pretty uneventful except for the 2 fish. I've got a lot of bites, probably 3 or 4 have gotten off, but afternoon is when I start catching them, so we'll see if that holds true or if that was maybe the finale right there. Snake. Oh yeah. Working his way across to the other side. Pretty fast, little devil. Yep, there he goes. That's cool the way the line does that. Just sends out waves on both sides. Huh. That is super cool. Boy, just like that, the wind has died off and the temperature has skyrocketed out here. I hope the fall does cool off a little bit. I hate to see a warm fall like this. Yeah, it's one of those days out here, or it's turned into one of those days where I've got the Selvin anchored and I'm just kind of spinning around in a circle. The wind is just, every once in a while I'll go left like I am now, and every once in a while the wind will come back and take me to the right. And I can see the wind is now starting to pick up from the south. It was literally blowing from the north just a little bit ago. Man, there's so many spider webs floating around, it's amazing. I guess the spiders are taking off, and I've seen a couple on the Selvin, but I see spider webs just strung out everywhere. Every time I walk back through the Selvin, I get a spider web on my face. Go ahead and grab a pole. Second shift is here, and see if we can't catch a few more bass, maybe a couple crappie, maybe those little yellow guys I was catching last time I was here. Those were kind of cool. All right, we'll see what happens. I'll turn the camera on if one gets hooked up, and I help take care of my mom and dad, and Mom loves to shop. And so a lot of times in the afternoon, plus she gets good exercise when we take her shopping. And of course, me and Dad, if you ever see any of my YouTube short videos, me and Dad figure out something to do to stay out of her way. We can't shop with her more than 10 minutes and she'll say, hey, you guys want to go look at the men's clothing or go look at the shoe department? That's our hint to get out of there. So we do. We get out of her way. But Mom loves bargains and loves to buy stuff. But myself, I'm pretty good about that. I don't care how much something's off. You know, if it's something I really don't want or don't need, you know, chances are I'm not going to buy it. I got the Fluger on standby. That'll probably be number 3 that I'll have on like on a standby. But yeah, I'll get me another setup. I broke the Lew's speed stick, the trolling motor, the line. I stopped to take a photograph. The line was still in the water. The trolling motor got a hold of it, wrapped the line up, and drug my pole in the water and chopped the tip of it off. Okay, well, we had 2 fish in the boat. Number 3, the Big Daddy. Hello, Big Daddy. All right. As usual, trying to fight the wind out here. But man, that is a nice bass right there. Wow. Now that's got to be at least I'm thinking at least a 3-pounder, if not more. That is a nice fish. Wow. So there you go. All right, man. It's a good day of fishing. That claims it as a good day of fishing right there. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Man, you are awesome looking. Woo! Heavy duty. Got to get those scales. All right. There you go. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Man, you are awesome looking. Woo! Heavy duty. Got to get those scales. All right. There you go. There you go. All right, buddy. See you later. Thank you very much. Oh! That was funny. He jumped out of the water, come back out, spun, and went back in again. He's just showing me who's boss. You know, when you go out and you fish, and you catch that first fish, and it's like, yeah, don't get skunked. You catch that second fish, and you go, all right, man, I'm doing pretty good. You catch that third fish, especially a size like that right there, it's like icing on the cake. All right, thank you. Fishing Spirit, thank you very much for a great day. And it's not over yet. I'm going to keep on casting. Well, wind's coming up from the south hard. Better pay attention to what I'm doing. I better put another line in the water. Woo! All right. I forgot to talk loud. The wind's blowing so hard, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear this or not. But 3 fish in the boat. Each one of them's been a little bit bigger each time. That last one had to go 3 pounds, 3.5. It was a heavy fish, big fish. The fisherman I met this morning, Don, I was telling him how windy this lake is. Sounds like it's been a while maybe since he's been here, but he's fished it a lot. And I was telling him that, I said, man, I wouldn't be surprised if the wind picks up big time here. It seems like it always does, and it has for sure. All right, I think that was a pretty good day of fishing here at Celina Lake, my Bass Academy. Caught 3, probably hooked, I don't know, maybe a half a dozen more. Got real slow at the very end there, so I decided to go ahead and pull the Selvin out of the water and get it all loaded up. So, way to go, Selvin. You did good today. Yep. Uh-oh. Here's some bicycles coming. Probably e-bikes. Since I'm going to go ahead and head back to the cabin, I've got to get all this put away and ready for the highway. Because in about 10 minutes, as soon as I leave, once it's all packed up, I'm going to be hitting 70 miles an hour. Well, more like 62 miles an hour, actually. Down the interstate, and everything has to be secure, or I won't have it when I get back to the cabin. All right, I've got a few things to do yet. Got to put the Bimini top down. Got to secure the motors on the back. Make sure the lights are all hooked up. Check the hitch. Do all that kind of safety stuff. But then once it's ready to go, I'll head out, head west into the sunset, back to the cabin. Hey, I do appreciate you coming along today. That was a pretty good day of fishing. I really enjoyed it. The last one I caught, pretty good size. I think it was Slim Fisherman who told me this. He caught an 8-pound, 9-ounce bass right here at Celina Lake. I knew they were in there. Hopefully this isn't the last time I can come fish here at Celina Lake in 2024. You know, if everybody that follows my channel and the subscribers know that I'm helping taking care of my mom and dad, and there's a lot of responsibility there, so I just can't really take off any time. I've got to really try to schedule it in and work the days out. Happen to get one today, bam, baby, I'm going fishing. I'm actually looking forward to coming back and photographing Celina Lake with the colors. The colors are going to be beautiful in 2 or 3 weeks. That's going to be spectacular. Well, I appreciate you coming to the channel. That's LAF Space Film Fest, capital LAF Space Film Fest. Hey, if you would, hammer down that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Helps me to come places like this, Celina Lake, my Bass Academy, and show you the beauty, airplanes, birds, ducks. What else did I film today? Oh, fish and fishermen. How about that Don? He's still out there. Me and him got here at the crack of dawn this morning, and he is still out there plugging away. See you later, Don. Good job, Don. Hey, I like your boat. I like that Evinrude motor you got on the back, that 1959. And I'll be seeing you again out here, I'm sure. We're running each other again. I better take care of what I got to do. Sun is going down. Head back to the cabin. Tomorrow, chores, chores, chores. That's what we do on Saturday. Hey, and also, to my subscribers, thank you for checking out the YouTube shorts that I put out. I put out quite a few of them. I think I'm averaging probably anywhere between 6 and 8 a day. That's a lot of work to produce those, to film those, to put them out. But you know what? I'm getting great response from the truckers, from the airline pilots, you name it, motorcycle riders. Boy, I just go out when I drive around and I see something that looks interesting to me. I put it out there and it seems to be interesting to you too. I appreciate it. Hit that like button on them. Hey, if you know of anybody that wants to subscribe, I appreciate it. Last time I checked, 50 different countries have seen LAF Space Film Fest. All right. I know, I got to get this stuff done. I piddle a lot. That's just the way it goes. Hey, one last message for everyone. This video will probably be released, and it'll probably be only 2 weeks before the U.S. election. My advice, get out there and vote. No matter what team you are on, get out there and vote. Because you know what? If you get out there and vote, no matter if you win or you lose, whatever's going to happen, you'll feel better about it because you participated and you were part of the big program. You were part of this United States of America democracy. You have a vote, use it. Beautiful southern Indiana evening. Fall evening, early fall. And fishing is well on its way. The fall season has begun. Be talking to you on the next video. Come on, Jeep Liberty, take me to the fishing hole. Will I catch any fish? Well, I don't know. But I'm getting there before the break of dawn. Look out, bass, here I come.